What's crackin', lady and gents? Nerfcore here, and welcome to the channel. I'll give you a walkthrough as a total beginner in what you should be focusing on to be competitive and not have a difficult time progressing through the game. This is series 1 of the guide. Once you're done saving the dog or animals, you are taken to the real game. Just keep going through the tutorial and you will eventually reach chapter 3 or 4, where you unlock some freebies that the game gives you for logging in and playing the game through for an hour. These include the 7-day login over here, the cumulative login summon scrolls. You must take advantage of this and don't decide to log off and play 30 days later, as those rewards will disappear and you are better off starting in a new server just to get those freebies again. You will also get a 7-day carnival here on the left. Upon completion of the quest, you get your first S+ damage carry, which is Tucker.
The peak is easy to reach,
this one here.
but it's hard to maintain
This is
sheer
an
will.
amazing character to begin your progression with. So what character should you level on your first day playthrough when you don't have your favored characters yet? I recommend you leveling a
Black
Desperate
crows
Crow.
Stop at the branches,
You get her for free.
waiting
She has
for a
great damage in the
glorious
beginning.
feast.
I also recommend Lady Ice. So this is her.
Stay cool,
You
hot
also get her
baby.
for free. And as you progress through, you will quickly get a free blaze in your first 10 summons.
Die under my blade with courage.
He will see you through right to endgame. I still use him as my main tank. You will eventually be given random S heroes for your first few summons. So very likely a Houston and a Silas. So this is
There is
Silas
only-
and Houston. I've created 3 or 4 new accounts and I have always got them. So if you do get them as well, I recommending leveling a Silas. If you get a Cupid, which is this one, I recommend you leveling him up because of the skill here. Allies in position 1 and 2 gain more damage and gain a healing effect, so whatever healing they get, it's 30% more effective. So if you do not have a Cupid, I recommend you
I'll use
level
my
a
softness to
Flurry.
beat hardness.
She's a healer, but she will get replaced very quickly because of this event here, your 7-day login event. You get a Afra for free, and she's another amazing healer, so you can replace your healers. You can keep Cupid as your secondary support just because he boosts your main damage carries damage. Once you unlock the summon tower, which is this one, and once you get your favorite S heroes, I got my Forest of Avatar and Silas. I've now replaced Lady of Ice and any random hero that I've had before, and now you can choose to level them instead. You can keep Desperate Crow
Black crows
in your
stop
lineup,
at the
as she is
branches,
really
waiting
quite
for a
strong until
glorious
you can
feast.
replace her as well. So that does it for your first lineup as a total beginner. So now let's say you receive your 2 choice heroes. So for example, I've now gotten my Forest of Avatar and Silas, the first 2 heroes that you can see. You now go to Recycle Station, Hero Reset. This is where you can reset 2 of your very first beginner heroes that are not really used, but more used for food or to awaken your characters. So for example, I no longer want to use Desperate Crow. I'll just hit reset and just get back all the materials I used on her, and you can then use those same materials to upgrade your Forest of Avatar or Silas or whoever you chose. You can also use the recycle station for decomposing gear, and this is to get the material to upgrade the gear. So this is the material here. You can just decompose the stigmata over here to get the material stigmata resource. These will be discussed further in future guides of the game, but for now we'll talk about getting your choice heroes in the summon tower. While you're progressing through the game will show you the summon tower, which is located in Home, Summon Tower. You will need a certain number of scrolls to be able to unlock the hero of your choice for a better chance at getting it. The first two heroes you choose, you will always get at least in the first 20 summons after unlocking it. You will also get your first S plus hero in the first 10-20 summons upon unlocking that as well. So as you can see, I still need to summon another 10 times to be able to unlock this S plus here, so I can get the better heroes. This is the most important part of the game, where it will determine if you struggle or not. So listen up. Think about choosing a main damage carry you would like to progress through the game with. Once you've made that choice, focus on the faction that they are in. So you are given the easiest S plus character to get in game in the 7-day carnival. So that would be Toko.
Avarice. The peak is easy
That
to
one?
reach, but it's hard to maintain
If you choose
sheer
her,
will.
go with the Superman faction. So this is the Superman faction. These are all the characters in that faction. So choose the heroes that you would like to use within that faction. Your next choice is Indira in the Nature faction. This is her.
Your blood
An
is
amazing
the perfect
damage
electric
carry.
conductor.
Harder to get, but not impossible. So as you complete quests and other in-game activities, you will get her and lots of it. She is in that Nature faction, and this is the Nature faction here. In this new account that I'm playing, I'm actually focusing on the Nature faction. As you can see, I've already got 2 of them because those were my 2 choice characters, and I got them in the first 20 summons. You are also given an Anna in another event after the 7-day carnival. So this is
The
the
expanding
Anna,
desire
or
will
also known as
tear
Sakuba.
your soul.
She does require a secondary damage carry to accompany her. The secondary carry you can use with her is Medusa. So this is Medusa here.
Sin and despair petrify
I personally am not a fan of starting off with the Dark faction, because from experiencing the game further, I can see that anyone who went with Dark faction first using Anna and Medusa, they are behind in progression. So I do not recommend. If you truly want to, you are still able to progress, but in a slower pace. They are strong closer to endgame, especially in Arena. So anyways, you can go Technology faction. So the way I would do it is, if I first start with Technology, I would choose Cyber Ronin first,
The enemy of swordsmanship is a
and use
flash without
Toko with
shadow.
him as the main damage carry for the meantime. And then switch to Rex as a secondary damage carry. So this is Rex
Bomb
here,
you back to the Cretaceous!
when he unlocks in the Summon Tower. Rex is also a bit harder to get, but as I've said before, as long as you are completing in-game activities like events and progressing quickly through the game, you will be able to get him as well. You can go Laura.
Whatever. I'll bring you down.
I don't
with
recommend it, only because she's really hard to get. You do get her on your 4th day of playing the game, so you get this event here on the 4th day. This unlocks so you can get a Laura. And she also unlocks in the summon store, faction summon store, 30 or a month after completion of that event. So it's gonna be a while till you get her. So that's why I don't recommend it. As discussed earlier in regards to choosing a damage carry in certain factions, we'll discuss factions further. So there are 6 factions in total, so that's Dark, Superman, Technology, Nature, Universe, and God. Each different faction will have their counter, kind of like rock, paper, scissors. So I'll show you what that means. So it's over here. So as you can see, Superman counters Technology, Technology counters Nature, Nature counters Dark, Dark counters Superman, Universe and God counter each other. So you will do 25% more damage to the counter faction, which can be increased in StarTech. So you can check the StarTech guide that I've got, and I'll put in the description below. By choosing characters within your damage carries faction, you get a further buff if you have 3 or more characters in the same faction. As an example here, God faction is considered any faction and can activate any of those buffs. But Universe will activate the below buffs, which is, as you can see, the 25% armor and 20% broken armor, etc. To upgrade or awaken your characters, you go to Home, Lab of Awakening. There are 14 tiers starting from Ordinary all the way to the Final Awakening, which is the hero's exclusive skill awakening. A video on Awakening will be put in the description below as a detailed guide. For now, I'll do a basic run through. So let's say you want to awaken this beginner tank hero. So his name is Bullfight. So we'll just choose the required material. So as you can see, if you awaken him, it'll upgrade his stats. You do require 2 rare plus awakens to get a Bullfight that's an excellent. And then you need another excellent to upgrade him to an excellent plus. As you can see, the game will show you what you need to awaken your characters or your hero as you progress through. In the beginning, during progressing early into the game, I recommend you fill up your friend list so you can send and receive love. And by doing so, you get a free love summon as shown. So on the top, you get that love hearts. So I'll send and receive, so I've gotten 12 now. So if you go to the summon tower, go to love summon, you get a free summon if you've got 10 in total. So worth doing it early, as I personally have gotten 2 very good S heroes from it, and I still use them in my main lineup, although it is rare to get a S plus hero using love summon. So the way I did it is you go to chat, go to server or your union. Anyone with a 5 and above on their portrait, you add them to your friends and just spam that. It almost guarantees they won't stop playing the game because you need them to be active. The game early on will advise you to join a union. By joining a union, you will also unlock other in-game activities for more rewards. It will be hard to get into a very good union, but you should be able to get into a mid-range one. Reason why you have to do this is so you can ask for help. For example, this one here. You'll get further rewards. As you can see, I will request a thinker. and then I'll ask for help. And as you can see, I've requested for help there, and people will start donating to you, and you'll eventually get one puzzle piece. You'll get 50 puzzle pieces accumulated eventually, and you'll get the hero. So that's 50 days if you're consistent. If you have disposable income and you're the type of person that does not mind spending a bit on a game, my recommendations to get in the beginning are the cumulative recharge. So spend just that 99 cents, and then if you spend a little more on the game as well, further to that 99 cents, this will actually just unlock these. So if you spend up to $50, you'll get the artifact. Otherwise, my next recommendation is the lifetime privilege. That's definitely worth it, and you will get the rewards every day that you log in. The next one are the growth gift and summon gift. Also worth it. The awards or the rewards are amazing. This is the only time of the game you can ever get these, and if I were to spend any money on the game, I'd definitely get one or both of them. My other recommendation is the subscription privilege. You will need to get this one to be able to get the super value fund and the luxury fund, and out of these two, I recommend the luxury fund. And that would be it. One final important tip for competitive free-to-play players is to find out if you are in a new server or not. If you are in a more established server, like I am in this account that I'm currently playing, my new account, you will struggle to be competitive as the players in there are already months ahead of you, unless you, of course, spend dollars on the game. Not placing in the top 10 or top 3 means you will miss out on juicy rewards, which sets you back. Most of the time, as a new player, you will be placed in a new server. You can find out by tapping on your portrait on the top left, choose server, and as you can see, these are the new servers, so it's in the 1,100 range. I am in server 594, which is a mid-range server, so I will expect not to be in the top 10 at all in terms of arena events or union wars. I'd likely be last. Another way of finding out is to look at the arena, the daily tournament. So as you can see, the high levels, you will find it hard to compete. Also, you can find that in the Void Ring, and you can see higher levels in there. So that's my final tip to you if you would want to be competitive and have an easier time with upgrades. Choose a new server. This does it for Series 1 of the beginner guide / walkthrough. I'll see you in Series 2. Thanks for watching my current favorite game, X-Hero.